Today I want to talk about ultra-wide angle lenses for shooting landscapes, because they're not only made for show people how big a landscape is, like this one, and you can also emphasize the bigness of a tree and also get some foreground element in one picture, and maybe you can also put the sunburst into your pictures with a wide angle lens. Welcome to a new video. Today we are at the Count Herde in Belgium, and I've been here a few times before, but today we're shooting a sunset, and that's the first time shooting a sunset here in the Count Herde, and I'm really looking forward to it because we got some clear skies, some clouds on the other side. I really hope maybe we can shoot a sunset photo with the ultra wide angle lens. I want to show you guys a few cool things you can do with the ultra wide angle lens, but also a few downsides of using an ultra wide angle lens. And I just found the first subject for the shoot, and I'm gonna show you guys what you can do with a wide angle lens, and also a downsize at the same time when you're using a wide angle lens. The sun is still pretty hard, sometimes there's a little cloud covering the sun, but for now it's just demonstrating purposes that I'm shooting this composition. I've got this tree trunk laying here down in front of the lens, and we're pretty close to this tree trunk, and I'm using the tree trunk a little bit like a leading line into the landscape, into the vastness of this beautiful landscape. Because we're using a wide angle lens and we're super close to this tree, this little birch tree looks really small into the picture because we're shooting so wide. Everything in the middle of the lens is looking very small because we're shooting that wide. It's not like when you're having a telephoto lens, you're emphasizing an element that you're shooting, and you can blur out the background to make it pop out of the image. But with a wide angle lens, it's impossible to also emphasize this small birch tree in this picture. So that is what I want to show you first. You can put something really close into the foreground of your lens and make it look very cool, but also you have a little bit of a downside that everything further into the picture gets really small. I already saw a cool looking birch tree a little bit further into the landscape, and maybe if it's possible, and if I don't find another cool tree or composition to make, I will shoot that tree when it's sunset. The fun thing that I like about the ultra wide angle lenses, if I'm using the lens, I'm looking different into the landscape, and I'm looking more like in an artistic way to use the lens, and not like an obvious composition to make. Because with a wide angle lens you can put so much into the lens, and you can get really close to subjects and also get other subjects into that picture at the same time. And I'm gonna try to show you guys what I mean with that, to get like maybe a foreground element super close to the camera, but then also get another subject into the picture at the same time. I couldn't handle myself, and I'm already shooting the birch tree that I just talked about, that I was going to shoot when it was going to be sunset, but it looks so good with the sunlight right now. And I tried to shoot it with my Tamron 70-300 just to try to isolate it from the background a little bit. And I shot this in portrait because I think it will maybe look like a great wallpaper from the PC. And we're just looking above some headers, so we got in the foreground some soft points of the header, but you cannot see that it's header. And in front of this birch tree there's a little bit of a yellowish grass, and then the light on this birch tree, it really creates a cool atmosphere. I don't know with the 1170 to 300. I don't know if the background is maybe a little bit too sharp or not, but I cannot get it any softer. So maybe in post-processing I have to soften out the background a little bit. But the background are pine trees, so our backdrop is a green backdrop, and then you get the brown and the dark white trunk of this birch tree. I really like it. And I found the perfect subject to show you guys what I mean with why it's cool to use a wide angle lens and why it's also a little bit of a struggle. For this subject I'm a little bit lower to the ground, and I got some heather here into the foreground, and our main subject is this beautiful pine tree that I want to shoot. For example, if this heather was in bloom, and we also want to include the little flowers of this heather and the beautiful pine tree into this picture, it's impossible to have everything sharp in one picture. So if I want to have a sharp foreground but also my subject sharp, I need to focus stack this picture. And focus stacking is, I want to focus here onto my foreground element. Everything else after the foreground element is gonna be blurry, out of focus. I'm gonna make a picture, focus onto that tree, and it's also gonna be sharp. But if we focus onto the tree, the foreground elements are all going to be out of focus. So the next picture are going to be like 2 meters in front of the lens. We're going to focus. We're going to go further away, like 5-6 meters in front of the lens. We're going to focus again. And afterwards, we're going to blend those layers in Photoshop, like focus stacking photos. And Photoshop is going to do the magic for you. It will take every sharp element from the different photos, and it will make one sharp picture for you, so that you're gonna have a cool looking photo and everything is gonna be sharp from the beginning till the end. And with rambling about the focus stacking, I'll have to hurry up a little bit because the sunset is starting, so I have to look for a cool composition for maybe the last photo or maybe 2 photos. I'm afraid I'm not gonna find a cool composition in time for the sunset, because I'm looking for a cool tree to end this video, to have a cool image for the end of this video. But with searching, I'm losing a lot of time. I took a picture of this tree here with a very small sunburst on the bottom of this picture. This is another example. I was fairly close to the tree, and also with the wide angle lens, the aperture goes so high, I can really create sunburst very quickly. So that's something that I like to do often when I'm shooting with the wide angle lens, just because it gives the image a little bit extra, it's a little bit more special. I'm shooting a pine tree in the back of this picture. The last sunlight was shining onto that tree, and it looked very cool to me to shoot this pine tree. Like you can see, we got a little bit of a glow in the back of this picture. I hope I can emphasize that glow in post-processing. I almost forgot to photograph our thumbnail for this video, and I'm shooting this, you probably already saw it, but I'm shooting this birch tree on the left side of this picture. And then here in the back, we still got the glowing light of the sun. I don't know if you can see it, but somewhere in the sky, we got a little smither of a moon. I think the sky will be still too hard of a light to put it into the thumbnail of this picture. But if you remember what I said earlier into this video, with a wide angle lens, everything further into the landscape or further into your picture, everything gets smaller, so it's harder to see what's actually there. And like now, I just told you I want to have the moon in this picture, but I've just looked on the back of the screen. It's actually super small, so you're probably not gonna see it into the picture. This is the shoot that keeps on going. I've just shot this bunch of pine trees together because in the sky there was a beautiful pink color in the sky, and we still got a little bit of glow onto those pine trees. On the bottom side of this picture we got a little bit of clutter because we got some other trees in the back of this frame. I want to isolate the trees a little bit from the environment because there are also green pine trees on the bottom of this picture, and it's just a little bit too much for this picture, but I'm gonna show it anyway because I already took the photo, so why not show you guys the image. I hope this was a great video for you to make your mind up if a wide angle is something for you or not. Thank you for watching. Bye bye, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.